task now would be to engage in a fun and interesting game. We are now having two model texts, where one schoolgirl Anna is describing her winter holidays to Olga, who is her deskmate. The problem is that our text is jumbled, and your task is to rearrange the text into the correct order. You work in pairs, and you have 5 minutes to complete the text. Do you work individually?
No, we don't.
No, you don't work individually, you work in pairs. And what's the time limit for our activity?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yes, correct. Off you go.
Today is between tomorrow and
I think that a future reference because it begins at tomorrow. Do you agree?
I will. Oh well, that's all for now. Right back soon. We close. We close.
Do you have troubles? Look, today is the reference of present. Do you need any help?
No, we need not. I think that it is a salutation because it begins with hi. Do you agree?
I agree. Hope you are having a wonderful winter holidays. I am waiting from Iceland school.
Do you think it should be at the beginning or at the end of the text?
And lots of love and
I think that it is a past reference because it begins with I need help.
How can I help you?
It is
Past reference, why?
because
There is a term marker.
because Anna tells here about her yesterday hunting.
Look, we have 2 days ago and then yesterday. Both are agreeable modifiers of time, and they refer to the events already completed in the past, and therefore have past reference here. So, I see that you've completed the task, and now I have another type. What you did was to rearrange the text pieces into the correct order. And now I'd ask you to rearrange the structural parts of this letter into the correct order. There would be 7 parts as well, so you just create pairs. This is your set, and this is your set. You have also 5 minutes to complete the task.
it is organization, future,
Private interference from the paragraph. I think
Good recognize.
open paragraph. Open paragraph.
Well, I see that you've completed the task flawlessly and quickly, and now I'd ask you to justify what made you make a certain pair between a text itself, like a piece of text that is presented on your slip, and between the structural part of the letter. Anya, you think that Hi Olga is a salutation. What makes you think so?
I think this is a salutation because
Tanya, can you help Anya? Vlad, can you? Why? You also believe that Hi Olga is a salutation. What made you think that these are pairs? Why do you think that Hi Olga is an example of salutation?
Because in salutation we write hi and the name of our friend.
So we greet him. It can be not only hi but hello, and then we write a name of a person we are writing to. What other interesting piece of information can we elicit when we look at Hi Olga in terms of register? Do you think that Hi Olga is a formal or an informal salutation?
It's formal.
Formal, why? Formal is when we write to people we don't know well, to our bosses, to political leaders, or to people who are twice our age. But when we write to our friends or family, people of our age, people who we know well, we use informal style. And here, hi is a classic, iconic example of informal letter. If it was, for example, Dear Mrs. Smith or Dear Olga Smith, it would be a formal one.
It is not formal.
It is informal. Then correct. Then we are moving on to our next opening paragraph. Angelina, what do we state in our opening paragraph?
Hope you are having a wonderful winter holidays waiting for us and cold.
Look, hope you are having a wonderful winter holidays. I'm writing from Iceland, cool. What is stated in the opening paragraph? Why do we write it? Remember that this is our modal text, a text where one friend writes to another about your winter holidays, where she describes it. And what important piece of information is stated here? Girls, can you help Angelina? What important piece of information is stated in opening paragraph?
I think it is open paragraph because that is at the beginning that
You think it's at the beginning. Look, I tricked you. You were correct that it is at the beginning. But what important piece of information is stated in the opening paragraph? If I'm writing to you and I'm expressing my joys, desires, my experiences of being in a winter holiday, what important piece is here? It is from Iceland. Look, the word I was looking for is location. Then we are moving on onto our body paragraphs. Here we have 3, and what does body paragraph refer to? Like me, my body, I can't live without it. Look. And then, how many body paragraphs do we have? 3. What do they refer to? What do our 3 paragraphs refer to? Tanya stated that we have 3 body parts, and that's correct. What do our 3 body parts refer to, relate to? What do they describe?
It is past reference, present reference, and future reference.
Okay, you're right. Then the question goes for you, Anya. What special words are used to refer to past reference in this letter slip?
I think this is a body paragraph because past reference.
What special words are used to refer to past? Like, look, you have past reference. Like, it means that this body paragraph relates or describes certain ideas, acts, things that happened before. How can we understand it? We have 2 days ago and yesterday. Then the question goes for you, Angelina. Moving on to present. What adverbial modifier of time is used in this part that tell us that this text slip is indeed a body paragraph of present reference?
Because there is
I'm looking for...
because there is here and today what?
Look, I'm asking for adverbial modifier of time.
Today.
What? Yes, you're right. Today. And what other time markers can be used with present reference?
Now today.
Or with present continuous. At the moment. Like, at the moment, I'm teaching. At the moment, you are thinking. At the moment, someone's writing. Just, or at the present period of time. Yes, so today is present. And then the last is a future reference, and we go back to these marvelous girls. So, Anya, what makes you think that tomorrow I'm going to taste her coral really refers to future reference?
I think this is a body paragraph. Future, because future reference tomorrow.
Because of the future reference tomorrow. What are the examples of time markers, of adverbial modifiers of time with future reference can you think of? Tanya, can you help Anya? Are there time markers of future reference apart from
Next
tomorrow?
week,
Or
next year.
in a week, in a year, next, yes, next week, next, or in 2020, or in future, yes, you're right. And then we have closing and signing. Closing goes for our Vlad. What made you think that, well, that's all for now, write back soon, a closing paragraph?
Because it is closing our letter. This
What makes you think that it closes the letter?
what's right back soon.
Or, that's all for now.
That's
It
all.
means that you wrote, and then you signify that the letter is over, and then you are not going to write it anymore. And then you understand that the end is come. So it's time to say goodbye, and you say it. How do you say goodbye here? Tanya, how do you say?
Lots of love, Anna.
Mhm.
Signature.
And yes, and then signature. How can we part informally using other ideas? Lots of love, love. You can
Best wishes.
hugs. You can hugs. You right, hugs like warmly embrace, or you can best wishes, best wishes. And please pay attention that you shouldn't just write your name. For example, that's all for now. Write back soon, Anna, Tanya, Vlad, Angelina. You should write lots of love, best wishes. Well, generally you coped. And now it's time for a short feedback. While you were doing your readings, I monitored. Please look and try to identify which sentence is correct. We have, are you agree or do you agree? Angelina, what sentence is correct? What is correct? Do you agree? And the last is, in the text, 7 paragraphs. Girls, something is missing here. What is missing here? There is a pen on a desk.
There are 7 paragraphs.
Yes. There are, and there would be are but not is, because, Anya? Because 7 is plural. And therefore, you can't, there is 7 paragraphs. Then it would cause the disagreement between subject and predicate. They both should be either in singular or in plural. Well, that's all for now. I'd like to warmly praise you for your active discussions and participations. I was satisfied with your performance.